Okay, we're gonna give this a try. So this is my makeshift bird leg, okay? So, you know, the hip is up here and our fracture is mid-diaphyseal here, okay? So the first thing is at the foot, you want to make sure that the type of bird you're working on, that you understand the toe orientation. And in parrots, we have 2 toes forward and we have 2 toes back. So you'll just want to make sure that those digits are appropriately aligned, right? So the first thing is that when I start making the bandage, I always get my tapes like generally prepped. So like, let's pretend this is 1-inch white tape. I always get things prepared ahead of time. So I know that for a bird who is 30 grams or even like 50 grams, like a conure, I'm gonna want to cut the 1/2-inch tape in half. So it's a little bit thinner if you don't have the really thin stuff. So see, it's a little bit thinner. So the first thing that I do is I'm gonna look at the leg spot on, right? And again, this is my stifle up here. And I know that my break is here. So I wanna make sure that the toe is aligned with the stifle. If those toes are aligned, then I know I'm good. So to maintain that alignment, the first thing that I'm gonna do is take my thin piece of tape here and then put it underneath the toe, right? And then I'm going to put it up along the sides of the tibiotarsus, okay? I'm sorry. Here we go. Like this. This is your stirrup, okay? So see how that, just by itself, okay, again, this is your stifle up here. That is holding your foot up. It's keeping everything in alignment. Let me cut this right here because that's too long. There we go. Okay, so now you have your stirrup, okay? See how you have your foot, you have your tarsometatarsus here, so we're gonna go back to this so that it's easier to see. So you have your foot, you have your stirrup, right? And then you have your stifle up here. So your break is here. So first you're aligning the foot. Get this nice and tight. All it does is kind of like stick to the sides. It's gonna be imperfect, okay? And that's okay. So now that that's there, now we're gonna start putting the rest of our altman in place. So when I start the altman, I'll take my tape, and again, like for these little birds, sometimes you have to cut it in half. So let's just pretend we'll use the cut in half version. So you've got your flat tape like this. I will always start by kind of folding it in half, pinching it along one side here, okay? And now, when you go to apply it to the bone, you have more control. So, you've got it in your hands, both of your little sides. I just have it held a little bit funny here, but that's okay. And then you're gonna take it and you're gonna go right over the fracture site first. Okay, so like, let's go here. Stifle, you've got your stirrup, mid-diaphyseal, fracture. So you're gonna start your tape right over that fracture site first. So we're gonna pick this up right over the fracture site like this. Okay, there we go. And you're gonna pinch here, you're gonna pinch here. Good, okay. So now we've got foot in alignment, we've got primary pressure over the fracture site. Now, we're gonna pinch again here. We're gonna go back. Oh wait, we can't pinch this time. That's just for the first one. So now we're gonna go over, a little bit over that fracture site, back around here. Okay, now we've got a thicker piece. Perfect, and we pinch, 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 pinch. Okay, back to here for some perspective. we're going to go up, and this is how high we want to go up. So we can't go really past the stifle. So you're just going to go as high, as close to the stifle as you can, okay? Like that. Make a good pinch. And then we're going to pinch again here, and we're going to pinch all the way down again. Okay, now we're doing it. Now we're getting the splint in place, right? Whew. So notice we don't have a lot going on down here, so we got to focus on that next. We'll do a smaller piece down here. So we're going to go here, and then pinch, and then to the other side. Oh, let's make sure that that's good. Okay, good. Yeah. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll add, all right, so see, we're doing good. We're getting down to the foot down here. Sometimes I'll add another little stirrup at this point. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, but it's just a little bit more stabilization. Okay, and it's always good every so often, like this is going to be uneven, right? But if you look at your toe, you want to make sure it's in line with your stifle, and we are looking pretty good still. So now we're just going to layer this up. I usually will do like 2-3 layers, and again, always over the fracture site first. Good. Okay, so let's pretend we put all the layers on and we're really happy with it all. I'll start to trim these edges. So here we go. We're going to trim. So you just have a tiny little bit poking out. There. You can even get that a little curve. Okay. Now, sorry, my kitchen scissors are crap. Okay. So now I've got a nice and tight. Feeling good. All right, here we go. Here's our altman, right? So the last piece to this is what I like to call distractor tabs. We're going to do this in a different color. So distractor tabs are great because what you do with these is they are pieces of tape that kind of like erupt from the side of your splint that can be pulled off, and there's zero consequence to them. So most of the time, if this is done well and you've got really good like control, the stirrup is everything down here, these birds will not chew and pick, and they do not need collars. If you have good pain control like you've got going on right now, and you've got a solid altman, they're usually pretty comfortable. Some of them want to pick at it, so let's give them something okay to pick at, right? So again, tiny little piece. This is going to be white tape. You make a little tabby, so just like that, and then you stick it. Sorry. You stick it, and now you've got this thing, and they go, oh, well, I want to chew on this, and they can chew on this all they want, and sometimes they pull it off, and that's totally fine. And I will put like 10 of these on just all over the place. And these I refer to as distractor tabs, and these are great. These are great options. I'll put them on the inside, I'll put them on the outside. Kind of looks like their leg has exploded when they're all done, but there you go. So sorry that this is all I had, but I hope that this helps, and we'll just put this back for perspective, and this should help with this bird. So give me a call and let me know if you need anything. Okay, bye.